You know, one of the things I like about you, John, is every time I've seen you, you always have a smile on your face. And I've seen you when you had a smile on your face and you were smiling through pain and being dead dog tired. But you have always had a smile on your face. And that's the straight up truth. The schedule is absolutely crazy. It's highly demanding. You paid a lot of damn dues. You are having such an interesting run in the business. It's almost like you're walking on the edge of a razor blade. Sometimes you get into an arena, and I'm watching Monday Night Raw, you have some of the people booing you.
Yeah.
You have some of the people, most of them cheering you. And I always
It
look at
depends
that.
on the city.
Yeah, it depends on the city,
Yeah.
of the percentage of which
Oh,
way
yeah.
it goes.
Oh, yeah.
But I always and people once they pay their money for that ticket, they have the right to do exactly what they want to do.
Sure.
That's what they're there for.
Absolutely.
But they all do it, from my opinion, with respect. There's not one person out there, I think, that can watch the program and not have a ton of respect for what you do. But when you go out there and you get that mixed reaction, what's going through your head? Because, from my days in the ring, you're trying to be either a babyface 100% or a heel 100%, love or hate, and you're walking that razor blade each and every single night. Does that mess with your head?
No, not at all. I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by some good people in this business, and getting feedback from you, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, Undertaker, even some of the producers, Pat Patterson, Arn Anderson, Vince McMahon himself. I've just been able to look at this product objectively. I take myself out of the equation, and I kind of understand where I am. This is the stuff that I obsess over. I
Right.
can't stop thinking about this stuff. I think a lot of the reason the reactions are the way they are is for quite a few years WWE didn't step up to the plate and correctly build new superstars and correctly provide new main event talent. I often tell people that I'm working with, if they're in the ring and half the fans are cheering me and the other half are booing me, shouldn't you be the one that's mad? Because they're not noticing you at all. And people talk about being a babyface and being a heel. What happens when there's no one?
Right.
And that's honestly the thing. I wish, and right now I'm very excited, not only for stuff like the WWE Network, but I think we are on the cusp of getting a true all-star lineup for the first time in a long time. We have a lot of guys who are,
There's some bright
if
spots
not making
on the
some
radar.
noise, that are about to
Right.
make some serious noise. And I think you'll see that go away. And I'm objectively looking at it.
Right.
Because when you have one dude and you're trying to make superstars off of that dude, a majority of the audience just recognizes that one guy.
Right.
And that's why when you have a feud with Daniel Bryan or a feud with The Rock, you don't hear the "let's go Cena, Cena sucks" as much. It's
Right.
cheer for one guy, boo the other guy.
Right.
But when it's a one-man party out there, oftentimes
Right.
the crowd is attached to the one man.
Right. We've had conversations in the past. It's great to be hot. It's great to be hot, but you need somebody to dance with. It's all about the dance part.
And I mean, it's not that what we have isn't good.
No.
This is, I could waste 4 hours talking about the state of the business. Setbacks. I think guys can't overcome. I think we have a locker room full of very, very talented superstars, but I also think we have a locker room full of superstars that are fearful for their employment and are not willing to take that one step that Austin 316 whipped your ass, or that put a hat on backwards and a chain around your neck when no one else is doing it.
Go out on a limb.
Go out on a limb.
I feel sometimes when I come back every now and then and just kind of observe what's going on, and I'll probably step into the building here in a little bit, but I know a lot of guys are walking on eggshells because there is no other place to go. There is no alternative.
Yeah.
Can you go to the indie scene? Yes, you can. And I say this with all due respect to anybody on the indie scene, living their dream, doing their thing, having fun. When you're at this show, when you're at the level that you're at, there is no indie scene.
No.
It's this or nothing. And for these new cats coming up, it's great to get noticed on the indie scene, but this is where you want to be.
You
with
wanna-
only
you wanna
one game in
play
town.
for the Yankees.
Yeah, you want to play for the Yankees. But with only one game in town, I agree with you. I just think people are afraid to go out on a limb and take a chance. And like you said, to your point, the 316, the hat, the backwards, the chain,
Just taking
the
a
rap
chance.
type thing.
And everyone thinks, critics especially, because critics just criticize. Everyone thinks that I was just handed the key to the city.
You were not.
People have to remember I wasn't anybody's first choice. If you're
You
looking,
were not.
If you're looking at a bench of people, I'm
Yeah.
last on the bench. And it was an extraordinary set of circumstances
Yes.
with the entire WWE roster that I even got a chance, and I knew that. I wasn't blind to what was going on. So what did I do with that chance? I made the most out of it, and I took risk after risk after risk. Countless weeks in a row, I was told by producers and Vince himself that I would be fired if I kept taking those chances.
Right.
But the one thing remained the same. I would go out there, and the audience would relate.
Right.
And in a business sense, where you're in the business of entertainment, whether it's opinionative. It's like floor gymnastics. I scored a 10, you scored an 8. Why?
Highly
Because I like
subjective.
this. Yeah, exactly. But the one constant is noise. And if you go out there to noise, then you're doing okay. And the thing that really, I don't get mad at a lot nowadays. The only thing that really frustrates me is when I see a guy with all the tools, or next to all the tools, who is just afraid to take that leap of faith. Because if you believe in yourself enough, and the best advice I got on psychology of WWE in general was from Shawn Michaels. And he said, if it's really loud, or if they're really loud, it was really good.
Right.
And that's it. And a lot of stuff, you can, looking back at what people say, like work rate or whatever, if they were really loud, it was good. Because
Right.
our job is to make the audience loud and make everything exciting and make everything heartfelt. And I think that's where the polarization of John Cena comes from. People know they're getting me.
Right.
I speak from the heart. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. You're getting me, no BS. Just like they were getting you. They got Steve Austin. When Stone Cold went down that ramp, there wasn't a second you didn't believe you were Stone Cold Steve Austin. And as a fan, that's what I can relate to, and that's what I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. And that's why I can keep a smile on my face, because I love what I'll do, and I'll be the guy who I'm gonna play along with the plan.
Right.
But when you want me to do something, have some faith in me as a professional that I'm gonna go out and do it my way.
Right.